looking at me, but I'm not your stereotypical Bowdoin student. People look at me and they assume certain things. They expect me to talk a certain way, listen to certain types of music, dress in different ways. But, you know, in the end of the day, I'm proud of who I am. You know, I'll just say it out loud. I'm from Iowa. That's right. My name is Ann, and I'm from Iowa. The great Midwest, the states you fly over on your way to Hawaii. I say pop, not soda. And proudly, too. I've solved my fair share of corn mazes. Now, I've heard different pronunciations of my home state's name here at Bowdoin. People ask me, Ann, are you going back to Ohio for break? They asked me what it was like to grow up in Idaho. Yes, Idaho, Kansas sounds like a great place to raise a family, but I'm from Iowa, Des Moines to be precise, and I don't know if you also notice this about me, but I'm black. Well, half black. My mom is white and my dad is black, but same difference in Iowa, right? There aren't too many black people in Iowa. In fact, I think every single black person in Iowa could probably fit in this front row right here. There are so few black people in Iowa that when my dad moved into a big house with my mom, our neighbors started a rumor that he was a drug dealer. If you are wondering, my dad's not a drug dealer. He's actually a very successful defense attorney. So he just keeps the drug dealers on the streets. My dad was really happy when my first word was, Dada. He'd be in the paper for lawyer things, and I'd point at his picture and turn to my parents and go, Dada, Dada, and they'd cheer me on. Like most of you, I learned to walk and talk in the age of the O.J. Simpson murder trial, which got a lot of publicity back in the day. So the first signs of my Midwestern upbringing were when I was sitting on my mom's lap while she was reading the paper and O.J. smack dab in the middle, squeezing his big hand in a glove that would end up being just a bit too small. And I point at the paper, point at a picture of O.J.'s black lawyer, turn to my mom and go, Dada? My mom doesn't take me to the grocery store anymore. This is because every time she took me to the grocery store, I would wander up to any black man in sight, raise my arms and go, Dada? In retrospect, the best part of this wasn't the condescending gaze they gave my embarrassed mom, but it was actually the few seconds where their faces turned into absolute horror. As I was looking up at them, their eyes filled with fear. Their souls left their bodies, and I don't think I'm getting this across enough. If you're from Iowa and black and a child comes up to you and goes, Mama or Dada, that's a 1/8 chance it's yours, guaranteed. I love implicit racism in Iowa. No, really, I'm not kidding. Midwestern kindness mixed with underlying racism has gotten my family so much free stuff over time. My dad's done very well for himself, but when we go into stores or restaurants, people just assume the opposite. We'll be checking out of a bakery with a few croissants, and the cashier will go, throw in 5 batches of homemade cookies and just go, here, you look like you need these. Oh, here's one more for the road. We actually have 2 fridges at home. One's for food, one's for pop, and they're both stock full. We were at a Mexican restaurant once around Christmas time, and this big man walks in with a long white beard and a red coat, and it's a very crowded day at La Bamba's. Lots of families around. But this man, he must not have seen him. He points right at my family, gives a jolly little laugh, walks up to the cash register for a few minutes, and then walks right out of the restaurant. A few minutes later, the waiter informs us that this man has just bought our entire meal for us. My dad looks back out the door at this big man in the red coat walking away, looks back at my family and goes, "Santa?" Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you.